Alright, I've been messing with this microphone forever, so we're just gonna get into it. Welcome to another video. It's been a long time since I posted, and let me fix this a little bit. Okay, cool. So it's been a long time since I posted. I'm gonna show pretty much a recap of what I've done in the past month, because I'm deloading right now for 531, and I'm going to show weeks 1 through 3 for the second block of 531, which is 92.5%. A little disappointing on squats, you're going to see right now, but within that time since I last uploaded, I started doing keto. I know it sounds stupid because powerlifting and keto just doesn't make sense. You need carbs to powerlift, but I was already doing beltless squat, bench, deadlift, shoulder press, sleeveless, no wrist wraps, so it's just part of the challenge that I was already giving myself. It's been 3 weeks. Wait, a month? I think it's been 3 weeks. 3 weeks, yeah. It was August 20th. Yeah, August 20th. So it's been exactly 3 weeks. It may not be September 20th, but it's been 3 weeks. I'm gonna explain how I've been feeling on that. Not saying you should do it. Not gonna convince anyone to do it. I don't think you should do it with powerlifting, but I think it's possible. And I'm going to explain why after, but first, here's the recap. Here's my second month's review of 531 from weeks 1 through 3, not counting the deload, week 4, which is this week. This is 85%, and it was an AMRAP of, so disappointing. You see right there, 4 and 2. So I only got 4, and the third one was like the biggest misgroove of all time, and the fourth was actually really easy. So I know for a fact I could have got 5 just by looking at it. But I was getting in my own head because I had just started keto, so I just, right there, that little pause was like the longest pause ever. And I was like, I'm just going to walk it back. So instead I did 6, 4 and 2 instead of doing the minimum. So I guess it's about the same if I would have just done 5 in a row. And yeah, that was really disappointing. I was in my own head because it was my first time doing keto because the deload week was my first week, but that was easy. And so this was my first time going heavy with no carbs, very low carbs. And the next week I was more used to it, and I did good. I mean, it's an improvement. 376, got the minimum 3, which is better than 4 on the other one. I mean, at least, on 531, it's good to at least get the bare minimum, because you're always going to go heavier the month after. You don't have to be too much of an ego lifter unless you're going like really easy 531, like you use your max. Like my maxes are too heavy. I messed up there. 452 is not a beltless max because I'm doing this beltless. That was with the belt and with carbs, and when I was heavier. Now I'm lighter, no carbs, and obviously I'm lighter, no carbs, no belt, no sleeves, no wrist wrap. 398 got 1. That was honestly the unrack when it shook and I hit the racks like crazy with the bar, that messed everything up. Could have maybe had 2, but that was hard. Deadlifts were super easy. I'm talking about on week 3. I got the bare minimum here, and I didn't have to. I mean, I took a little long, as you can see. It's fast forwarded. Didn't have to use straps, so that's I got better every month just by not using straps. I did 3 in a row, and then 4, and then 5. So 3 in a row, 2 in a row, but with the pause in between. Not so bad. Wait, did I do 6? I don't even know how many I did. I mean, it said on the screen. I think I did 6. Well, whatever it was, way better than using straps. This one just got the bare minimum 3. 441 is all I really care about. The 95% one is probably the most exciting one, because that one you really got to get prepared. It sounds easy. 75% 5 reps, 85% 3, and 95% 1 or more. It's actually pretty hard because the jumps in 531 are huge, and that's something I'm not used to. And doing this with no carbs, obviously these aren't the best numbers, but these are all PRs because they're belt. Here it is. I did 2 for 441. This is the highlight. Deadlifts were easy compared to squat. I only got 1 with 398 on squat, and then 2 for 441, no pause. I didn't have to readjust my thumbs on hook grip. I could have done like 4 if I would have taken long, but it would have hurt. Maybe 3. So that was real easy, real good news. It's 221. Got 6 on this one for sure, if I remember correctly. It is on the screen, but I remember getting 6 on this one. This one, bench was a little, I always suck at bench. It's a little discouraging because the 95% wasn't what I expected it to be that week, and the 90% week was pretty good. I only got 3, so I guess 6, 3, and then you're going to see soon that I got 1 with 248. That's 95% was 248, and it wasn't the best pause at all. My pauses have been good on bench. I know they have. If they look good on camera, that means they were good on person, because camera doesn't show it exactly like person does. It's faster on camera. It's just the truth. That's how it always is. And I was disappointed on this one because it felt super heavy when I unracked it. Like heavy, like 300 pounds, which I've never carried. Well, I have with a slingshot and doing eccentrics. But man, the pause sucked, and it was actually easy. Off the chest was super hard, but halfway point it was all easy. So I guess, I just wanted more than one. I wanted at least two or three. So the for the 95%, this one was disappointing too, because like shoulder press hasn't been easy, and I had a realistic number. My max I put at 150, but that's with the belt and wrist strap. So honestly, this is all heavy for me. The easiest one probably is 500-pound max on deadlift, but that's not beltless. I say beltless. I've done 45 at the very most I could do hook grip on a stiff bar, but it's going good for me on deadlifts. That's like the easiest one, deadlifts. With shoulder press, see 125. I've been doing more than the minimum, but then I did 133 on 95% weight, which is coming up right now. That's like the star of every single month, star of the show of every single month, and man, I couldn't even do one. It was horrible. So I had to cheat without cheating. Like, I know how that sounds, because like, let me tell you what. On squats, we don't start from the bottom. And on bench, we start from the top. We unrack it, and then we go and we re-rack it. We would squat way less and bench way less if we started like this, like on shoulders, right here, starting from the bottom. So I push pressed it up, and then I started on the eccentric and up to get some momentum, just like we do on squat and bench. So it's not that much cheating. Deadlift is the only one where we do from the bottom and shoulder press. So if you can't do a weight, just push press it up like I did. See, like this is me, no push press. 2 attempts before. Just tried, couldn't do anything. It was okay, not the worst. That one, first attempt sucked. Second one, I did get it above my head, so that was better. I got stronger the second time. Third time, I was like, I'm just going to push press it up. So it's like, not that bad. It's like a 60% rep, not 50. So we could count, I did like 1.5 reps, 1.75. So I just did 6 press reps to make up for the big disappointing set, I guess you could call. This is just to get some overload, especially eccentric overload. The way up is pretty easy because you're using your legs, but if you ever have some heavy weight that you just can't do, you could do a push press and then start from the bottom and get whatever reps, strict reps, and then do some push reps after. All, cheating, I guess you could say, but you're still working your eccentric, which is better than the concentric. Okay, so about keto, I'm deloading this week, just 40, 50, 60%. Just 5 reps, real easy. And then the accessory is easy too. Not just kind of doing one set, no burnout with the HIIT method I explained before. So the fact that I mentioned I was doing keto, and along the way I learned, like I kind of did some things messed up. Like I was eating ketchup for like a little bit, and I didn't know that's not keto because of the sugar. And I didn't know like certain things. I used to do 50 grams of carbs and under, or 5% of your carbs. 5% of your calories should be carbs. So, I didn't know like you technically can't have. I was kind of like eating anything at first, as long as it's under 50 grams of carbs. Like I messed up with onion rings, fries, ketchup for a little bit. Now I have, no sugar-free ketchup, like no added ketchup, no added sugars. Those are super expensive for a tiny little thing, so I just get barbecue sauce. Barbecue sauce with no sugars, no included, and it just has like 4 grams of carbs for 2 tablespoons, and I don't even have that much. I have way less than that. So a lot of times I'm under 20 carbs, 20 grams or 10. I'm like at 10, 20. Very rare I get up to 50. And I'm going to do this for 3 months. And the reason I tried it, I had a friend who did it. And once he started powerlifting, he kind of stopped. So he didn't really know what it was like to be on keto powerlifting because he didn't do it that long. Probably did it 3 months maybe, but he did keto for like 2.5 years, I think. Lifting weights, but not powerlifting. Once he got serious about powerlifting, he stopped keto and he started eating carbs. So I know people have done it, and it's possible. Mark Bell swears by keto, and a lot of people have done it while powerlifting or bodybuilding or lifting in general. Like keto, bodybuilding is pretty much keto 1 month out for those who compete because they got to get ripped, they got to get shredded. So it's obviously been done. It's not ideal. Of course, you can lose weight with carbs and sugars, healthy sugars, not like just pouring sugar down your throat and eating like, drinking Gatorade and soda and ice cream and Slurpee. Slurpee's like the worst. So what I plan on doing after these 3 months is losing. I want to see like my results after a month. After 3 weeks, I've lost 10 pounds, 11 pounds. I was 205, now I'm 194. But I'm gonna share like I'm gonna post a result video, a transformation video once the 3 months is over. And I'm not gonna get into that. I'm just gonna post that later. But what I plan on doing is doing it honestly forever. What that means is all like, am I gonna not have carbs forever, or 50 grams of carbs forever? 50 grams or less forever? No. What it means is I plan on doing it like Monday through Friday. Oh, what I was mentioning is it's not so crazy because everything's low volume also. I'm doing pretty low volume, pretty high intensity, but not that high. Just one working set that's really hard. That's it. So it's not so crazy doing keto like this. If it was high volume, I believe that would be hard. Like real powerlifting, like top set and then working set, squat, bench, deadlift, same day, 4-hour sessions or more, that is hard. I don't even think I would do that. So what I was gonna say, what I plan on doing, 3 months strict keto. It's almost 2 months done is over. I'm not counting the days where I didn't do it right. So it's been a little longer of just low carb, not keto, because low carb and keto aren't exactly the same. You could be low carb, 50 grams of carbs or less, and have sugar, and have things that are restricted on keto, like bananas or fries or sweet potatoes, any kind of gluten, starch, and like sugar, stuff like that. So there's low carb and then there's keto, paleo, Atkins, keto, whatever. So in terms of keto, the caveman diet, people think it's not healthy, not to not do it with lifting weights or powerlifting or endurance athletes. I heard it's better for endurance athletes, but I don't know. I'm not endurance. I'll never know. But our ancestors did it, so we wouldn't be alive today if our ancestors didn't do it for thousands of years. When they would hunt all day and then eat, probably once. They probably fasted 23 hours a day, and I was doing that a few times. 23-hour fast is not that hard, but I just learned to do portion control because why do a 23-hour fast if I don't have to? I usually fast 18 hours anyway, so 23 wasn't crazy. But now I've just kind of probably do like a 16-hour fast without keeping track. I stopped eating like at 6 and eat like at 12. Yeah, 12. That's 18 actually. It just depends, but I'll just eat very little each meal, like 5 meals. And what I plan on doing is doing Monday through Friday keto once I'm done, and then go like kind of all out on weekends for carbs. So like 500 grams of carbs Saturday, Sunday. So 250 and 250, and then 50 or less Monday through Friday. So it ends up being like 80 to 100 grams of carbs every single day if you do the math. 500 times 4 is 2,000. Let's just say 50 times 4. That's 50 grams of carbs or less times 4. Let's just go crazy and say 50 times 4 is 200 times 4. So 800 times 2,000. 800 plus 2,000 is 2,800 divided by 30. It ends up being 80, 100 grams of grams of carbs each day. I'm going to put it on the screen. So also, I could do some strict keto, like when I'm just kind of off season or just rebuilding to get back into a meat prep. And then once the meat prep comes, the Monday start keto. Like let's just say I do it keto, no weekend, like 500 grams of carbs. And then like once the meat comes closer, like 2 months in, add the carbs on weekends and lift Saturday and Monday powerlifting. So Saturday and Monday the carbs are really in, or Sunday, Monday, whatever. You got the carbs from Saturday, Sunday, and it feels like you have a bunch of carbs in you from the weekend only. I was planning on doing that, doing the powerlifting days Saturday, Monday, or Sunday, Monday. I prefer a day rest, but I could do Sunday, Monday. It would be like lower body, upper body anyway, so it's not like I'd be sore from the same body parts. So, and then the rest, I've tried like other accessory stuff throughout the week. It's easy with no carbs. For me, it's easy with low carbs. And then eventually, closer to meet, I could just carb cycle and just eat more carbs closer to the meet. Like 1 month out, peak month, peak block, just a little more. I think it'll work though, doing it just weekends, carbing up like 500 grams of carbs at weekends, and then closer to meet, maybe more like 600, 700, or just a little more grams of carbs just 1 month out, and that's it. And then the rest of the year, same thing, Monday through Friday, Saturday, Sunday load up, maybe if I want to, and then when I feel like I need it for meat, load up Saturday, Sunday, or just load up a little. It could be loading up less Saturday, Sunday, 500 grams of carbs, or it could be 200, like 300 some weeks, 700. It really just depends. So it's kind of keto, kind of not. It's a mix of both, just to be healthier, and it's still caloric deficit anyway. You don't have to be super strict with your diet as long as you're healthy and you're active and moving around. I've also started running, like I already mentioned that. Started running. It's nothing crazy, but running for the heart, it's good for the heart. I'm getting some, like what I learned on keto is getting some great like fats. You learn a lot about fats with like what nuts you can eat, and like there's nuts obviously that you can eat, like cashews, pistachios. That's pretty much good on any diet, but it has the monosaturated fats, saturated fats, and polysaturated fats, and you learn the difference of which one has more and how to really balance those and not get too much of saturated or too much of a certain one without even taking vitamins, because vitamins you could get that from. Some people don't do vitamins, some people do, but I'd rather do nuts because it's natural. That's just what I'd rather do, but nothing wrong with vitamins either. So that's what I've been doing. That's pretty much an update. I'm for sure going to be uploading more because I had this stand. I mentioned it. I've used this microphone before and this pop filter. I did not know how to set it up. I just learned today. I'm stupid for having this for like, I think 6 months to a year, and I didn't know how to set it up. I didn't know one simple thing. This little thing, it doesn't even matter. But now I know. And it just hit me. I'm like, I think it works. They wouldn't send me something with a missing part because I thought I had a missing part. Doesn't. Now I figured it out. For sure going to be uploading more, and I'm not going to upload any lifting videos this week. I'm not going to say what or when, but this week, no day, no time, I'm be uploading just more kind of podcast stuff like this, like podcast just me, no guests, because that's a whole other thing. That's like a business, having a podcast. I plan on doing it one day, But yeah, just some more lifting, powerlifting stuff to come this week. And it's great to be back. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and see you in a few days.